I'm going to use the Australia A-League half-time market table to demonstrate how to use the information contained in the data tab and how to sort the information to find a more lucrative system than the figures would suggest. First thing to do when working in any of the tabs is to unprotect them. All the passwords you will find in the legal tab. So what we will do is just unprotect the data tab by keying in the password, and now we're ready to work in this tab. So looking for potential lucrative systems, we have the home win here at 5303, the away win 6794, Underdog 8857, and the Underdog at 8857 looks to be the most promising, so we'll investigate this one first. The profit is from backing every single match in this league over 5 seasons at a fixed stake of 100 units. So we're going to see if we can actually improve that by filtering the results slightly. So what I will do firstly is just hide everything I don't need, so we can show everything on the same page. So we have the Underdog results next to the data, and next we will sort the data. So I'm just going to select the bottom right hand cell there, scroll up to the top, press the uppercase button and then the left mouse key to select all of the information, and now we are going to sort by home odds, and that's column J. I'm going to keep it chronological, so we're going to sort it by column B as well. So add a level, column B, and we'll sort the information. It will take a little bit of time for the computer to process the changes because these Excel workbooks are large documents and there are very many calculations for the computer to navigate through. What I will say whilst we're waiting is that if you are going to work in any of the tabs and you're going to unlock any of the tabs, then I would suggest that you back up your copy and use a second version, so that if you do make any mistakes or corrupt the data, at least you can then go back to the original and still have a pristine copy. Okay, that's the data sorted, so what we will do is just scroll down to the bottom of the page again. Hopefully the figure will still be 8857 as it was before, because we have changed nothing other than the order of the information in this tab. So there we have it, 8857. What we're going to look for now is the relationship between the odds clusters, the home odds, and the figures in the running total column. We're going to try to find something which is higher than 8857, and hopefully something significantly higher. And scrolling up, we are looking at odds of 3.3, giving us 9909, so that's a slight improvement. .25 gives us 9997, again going in the right direction. 3.2 is 10021, which is good. And 1010081. And I think that will probably be that. So yes, there's nothing higher than 10081. So we'll go back down to the threes. Here we have the last odds of 3 in the chronological order, producing our 10081. So what I will do now is just hide all the information that we don't need again, and we'll move on to the next stage. Okay, we've reduced our total number of games and arrived at odds of 3, providing us with the largest profit margin. I think at odds of 3 the underdog will probably be the away team in every single match, which it is, so I'm assuming therefore that the away underdog will also provide exactly the same figure, and it does 10,081. So we will now just resort the data once again so it is in pure chronological order again, and this means sorting it by column B. So we've got all the information sorted chronologically, so what I will do now is just find out what the longest winning and longest losing streaks are. So using these two formulas here, all I'm going to do is just copy them and amend the figures. So we are looking at AR9 to AR400 to produce the highest winning streak, which is now only 3 and not 4, and AS9 to AS400 gives us the maximum losing streak, which remains at 19 games. What we're going to do now is just a very quick formula which will count up the number of games, just putting in the bottom cell of the range here, pressing F4 just to introduce the dollar signs, then we'll have a colon and go to the top of the range and click on the top value, F4 again to create the dollar signs, comma, speech marks 2010, speech marks bracket. So we are now just counting the number of games that this particular system backing the underdog, where the home team is odds of 3 or below, how many games would have applied in 2010, and we have 70 games. So bearing in mind in 2010 there were 135 matches, that's quite a promising system. So we'll also do that for the other 4 years. Change 2010 to 2011 and 12 and 13 and 14, and we'll just add those up. So from 705 games in total, if we looked at only betting on the underdog when the home team is odds of 3 or below, we can reduce the number of bets that we place from 705 over a 5-season period to 392, which is a much better use of our betting bank. The numbers we are looking at here are very, very balanced, and a high proportion of each season's total number of games. So this is, in my eyes, a very promising system. What we will do now is just work out the yield and return on investment figures. So 392, and we're using 100 unit stakes. So we will do a very brief formula. That times that equals obviously 39,200. We're looking at a profit of 10,081. So we will divide 10,081 divided by 39,200 equals 0.257. Turn it into a percentage, that's 26% yield. So not a bad little system. We will now calculate how many winning bets and how many losing bets to come up with the return on investment. So count if we have 94 winning bets. So if we do another very quick calculation, divide the winning bets by the total number of bets, we come up with 24%. So basically 1 in every 4 bets is going to win, and 26% yield is the profit we will experience. Now, as 94 bets have won, we can reduce 392 minus 94, which is 298. Oops, on the way. Obviously that's 29,800. We do the same calculation, equals total profit divided by the amount of money turned over in the betting bank. We can see that the return on investment is actually 34%. The final check I'm going to make is just per season. So we'll go to the top of the list and start at 2010. Here we have the last game in 2010. The running total was 762. So hopefully it's going to be more than that at the end of 2011, which is there. It's 1101, so that's good. The end of 2012, which is there, it's 4829. 2013, it's 8941. And of course at 2014 it's 10081. So that just proves to me that every season has ended in a profit. There are no losing seasons, so again that's promising. So all of the Soccerwidow home, draw, away, favourite and underdog tables contain systems like this, and it is just a question of your personal preference as to which leagues you choose to analyse. Okay, well that's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and next video we'll have a look at a system very similar to this in the same league that doesn't work. We'll show you just exactly what to look for. Okay, thanks a lot.